Hey everyone, welcome back. This deep dive, well, it's about Kanye West and
Kanye West?
yeah, Kanye West, specifically his return to X,
Yeah.
formerly Twitter, as you know.
Right.
And we've got this news article from LiveMint that covers a lot of the reactions to his return.
Okay.
And one quote that's really raising eyebrows and sparking debate comes from the CEO of Perplexity AI.
I see.
So we're going to get into all that.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
It is, it is.
All right.
So
What makes this return so fascinating, I think, is it's not just about him stepping back onto the platform.
right.
It's all this context surrounding it.
Yeah.
His actions, like the complex issues that they kind of bring to light. You know,
Yeah.
we're talking online behavior, platform responsibility, and even AI.
Yeah.
Like the role of AI in this whole thing.
Okay, so let's back up for a second.
Okay.
Kanye West's relationship with X.
Oh boy.
It's been,
Tumultuous.
to say the least, I mean, his past posts have definitely,
Push the boundaries.
pushed the boundaries
Yeah.
of what's acceptable.
Absolutely. We're talking anti-Semitic, misogynistic, racist, homophobic messages.
Yeah, and even beyond just words.
Yeah.
Explicit video clips.
It went beyond just opinions.
Yeah.
Like controversial opinions. It was straight up harmful content.
And that's ultimately what got his account deactivated, right?
Well, yes, but it's not that straightforward.
Okay.
Initially, he said his reach was being limited, and he announced that he was moving to Discord.
Right.
But then Milo Yiannopoulos, who's associated with Kanye's Yeezy brand, said no.
Okay.
He chose to deactivate his account.
Voluntarily.
Yes, voluntarily.
So there's already this mystery conflicting information.
Exactly.
And then boom, he's back on X.
He is.
But now there's a sensitive content warning on his profile.
Right, and all those really offensive posts.
Oh, wow.
They're gone as completely scrubbed from the account.
Make you wonder, who removed them?
Yeah.
Was it him? Was it X taking action?
Right.
What does that even say about how these platforms handle content moderation?
Yeah, especially when it comes to these high-profile figures.
Yeah.
It brings up so many questions about the power dynamics,
Right.
how much control they actually have
Yeah.
over the information that flows through them.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to this comment that really threw gasoline on the fire.
Oh, yeah.
Aravind Srinivas,
Yes.
the CEO of Perplexity AI.
Perplexity. Yeah, okay.
So he tweets directly at Kanye West. And I'm going to quote this from the article because I think his exact words are important.
All right.
But listener, be aware that this does contain offensive language. He says, "Welcome back at Kanye West. First step for you is to accept that you're a retard and start using Perplexity and fact check yourself before you post anything here. Sign up for Pro. You have enough money to do that."
Wow.
So
I mean, that is a bold statement.
it is,
Yeah.
and one that immediately sparked a ton of backlash.
Yeah.
And to really understand why this is so significant, I think we need to know a bit about Perplexity AI.
Okay.
So they're this artificial intelligence research company
Okay.
that develops AI tools.
Right.
And their fact-checking tools, they're
Yeah.
particularly relevant in this situation.
Right.
So he's basically suggesting that Kanye West,
Yeah.
a person known for spreading misinformation,
Exactly.
should be using his company's AI to fact-check himself.
Right, before he posts anything.
Before he posts anything.
Yeah.
So that's where the debate lies. On the one hand, you've got AI, this potential for AI to be a safeguard
Right.
against the spread of false information,
Right.
which could be a good thing.
Especially coming from somebody with such a huge platform
Yeah.
as Kanye.
But then, wouldn't there be concerns about how that kind of AI fact-checking could be manipulated
Yeah.
or influenced by biases?
Absolutely.
Who gets to decide what is true
That's the question.
in those situations?
Yeah, and those are crucial questions.
Yeah,
Because it gets to the heart of the ethical considerations
yeah,
surrounding this type of technology.
right.
It's not a simple solution.
No.
And it raises concerns about censorship,
Right.
and the potential for AI to be used to control or suppress certain viewpoints.
It feels like we're wading into uncharted territory here.
Oh, yeah.
Kanye West, who's always, pushing boundaries.
Challenging conventions.
Yeah, it's hard to predict what impact this will have.
Right. It's fascinating because we're seeing this convergence
Yeah.
of celebrity culture,
Mm-hmm.
social media's power,
Yeah.
this emerging role of AI.
Right.
And it's all intertwined with this struggle to navigate truth and misinformation in this increasingly digital world.
It's like this puzzle.
Yes,
And with each piece, we uncover more questions emerge.
exactly.
But before we go any further, I think let's take a closer look at some of the other pieces of this puzzle.
Okay.
Kanye's Super Bowl ad and his advocacy for Sean Diddy Cones.
All right, let's do it.
Stay with us because this deep dive is just getting started.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got Kanye's history on X,
Right.
and that really, like, explosive comment from Ervin Shrinimus.
Yeah.
But there's a couple more pieces to this puzzle.
Okay.
Like you mentioned earlier on Super Bowl ad.
Oh, right.
It wasn't your typical Super Bowl ad.
Definitely not. It was unconventional,
Unconventional.
to say the least.
Instead of this big budget spectacle, we've got Kanye, like, claiming he spent the entire budget on dental work.
Right.
And then filmed the ad on his iPhone.
Okay.
Like, it felt almost like performance art,
Almost.
right? And then he directed everyone to his website.
Yeezy.com.
Jeezy.com.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder, like, what was his intention? Was this a commentary on
Yeah.
excess in consumerism in the advertising industry?
Maybe.
A clever marketing tactic.
Possibly.
Or maybe just Kanye refusing to play by the rules.
That's what makes it so fascinating. It could
Yeah.
be any or all of those things.
Right,
You know, he's always blurred the lines between art and commerce and personal expression.
right.
And this ad just fits right in.
Yeah, it got people talking,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
which in advertising, that's often considered a win.
Exactly.
Like he's constantly challenging us to decode his message.
Right.
What's genuine, what's calculated.
Mhm.
And speaking of challenging conventions,
Yes.
his advocacy for Sean Diddy Combs,
Oh, right.
this is another layer. I mean, these
Oh.
are serious charges Diddy's facing.
Yes, very serious sex trafficking, racketeering.
And Kanye's response has been anything but subdued.
No, he's been very vocal.
Yeah.
In his support, he's criticizing Hollywood celebrities for not speaking up.
Really?
Yeah, and he's even called on former President Trump to intervene
Oh, wow.
to help secure Diddy's release.
Okay, so that's a bold move.
It is.
Especially considering Kanye's own, like,
Complicated.
relationship with Trump.
Right. Very complex and often contradictory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It raises questions about the role of celebrity
Yeah.
in influencing public opinion
Absolutely.
on legal matters.
Right.
Can these kinds of public pronouncements actually impact justice?
It's a complex issue.
It is.
It really highlights that unique position celebrities have,
Mhm.
that massive platform, and the ability to sway public perception.
But also, like, the ethical considerations?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it appropriate for them to use that influence?
Exactly. In legal situations.
It's like we're seeing this collision between fame, social media, and the legal system.
All playing out in real
For
time.
the world to see.
It's true. And it circles back to that question.
Yeah.
You know, how do we balance freedom of expression
Mm-hmm.
with the need to protect individuals
Right.
and ensure a fair
It's a
process?
delicate balance.
It is a delicate.
For sure. And with someone like Kanye West,
Oh, yeah.
who thrives on this disruption.
Challenging the status quo.
Yeah, it's hard to predict how this will all unfold.
It is, but that's what makes this deep dive so compelling.
Right.
We're seeing these really powerful forces at play,
Yeah.
and the outcome is anything but certain.
You know, it's amazing how each piece of this Kanye West situation, it seems to connect to a bigger conversation.
It does.
Like, remember how he claimed that his reach on X was being limited?
Oh, right before he left.
Yeah, before he
Yeah.
left. He even said he was switching to Discord
He did, yeah.
because of it.
Yep.
Well, that ties into a whole other debate
Oh,
that's
yes.
been going on
Yeah.
about shadow banning on these platforms.
Shadow banning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it raises a lot of eyebrows.
It does. Yeah, what is it exactly?
So imagine, like, your posts aren't reaching as many people as they should,
Okay.
but you're not officially banned.
Right.
You're not even notified that something's wrong.
Oh, wow.
That's shadow ban.
Oh, so it's like being muffled
Yes, exactly.
without knowing why.
You said it.
And that's got to be frustrating.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
For anyone trying to build an audience or share their message.
Yeah, so why is this practice so controversial?
Well, it comes down to transparency and control.
Okay.
Critics argue that it gives platforms too much power
Okay.
to manipulate what we see
Mm-hmm.
without being held accountable.
Right.
And it raises concerns about censorship, too,
Right.
especially if certain viewpoints are being oppressed.
Yeah, and users don't even know it's happening.
Exactly. They have no idea.
So is there any evidence that Kanye was actually shadow banned?
That's the thing.
What?
It's so hard to prove. Social media
Well-
platforms are so secretive
Oh, gosh, yeah.
about their algorithms and how they moderate content.
Right.
It's almost impossible to say for sure
Wow.
whether someone's reach is being limited or if it's just their content that's not performing well.
So it's just another layer of complexity
Absolutely.
to this whole situation.
It is. We're dealing with accusations, speculation,
Yeah.
lack of transparency, all swirling around this figure like Kanye,
Who loves to push buttons?
who thrives on controversy.
Exactly. Yeah, so is this a genuine case of censorship?
Right.
Or is this Kanye just being savvy?
Maybe he's trying to control the narrative,
Yeah.
portray himself as a victim.
Or maybe it's not.
It could be.
It's hard to say.
It really
And
is.
for like the average user, it just shows how much we rely on these platforms without the understanding of how
Yes.
they operate.
We're trusting them to curate our experience.
Right. But those decisions,
Yeah.
they're not always transparent.
Nope.
Or in our best interests.
It's true.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the Kanye West saga,
Yeah.
what are the big takeaways?
Well, I think it's about understanding how all these things are connected.
Yeah.
Kanye's return to X the AI fact-checking debate, that unusual Super Bowl ad, his support for Diddy, even the shadow banning controversy,
It's a lot.
they all point to these larger issues that are shaping our digital world.
Right. We're in this world now where celebrity influence, platform, power, these evolving technologies,
Yeah.
they're all coming together.
They are, and it's challenging our understanding of truth,
Right.
responsibility,
Yeah.
and even how we communicate online.
It is a lot to process, but I think this deep dive has given us all a lot to think about.
Have.
So, listener, what resonates most with you? What questions are you left with? This is just the start of the conversation. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep forming your own conclusions. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.